Thousands of families have lost their homes, and 2 New Mexicans have lost their lives to these fires burning near Ruidoso. It's already being called one of the most devastating fires in New Mexico history.
The fires have destroyed more than 1,400 buildings, and between the South Fork and Salt fires, 23,000 acres have burned. The fires are 0% contained.
And now we are learning more about the 2 people who've died in the fires.
New Mexico State Police say they found one person dead inside of a burned car on Rainier Road in Ruidoso. That person has not been identified at this time.
No, but we do know the identity of the other victim. The family of Patrick Pearson confirmed that he died outside his Ruidoso home during the fire.
State police confirmed that they found Pearson's body near his home at Ruidoso's Swiss Chalet Hotel. Pearson's ride out of the village lost road access, and they say when he tried to evacuate, he got caught in the fast-moving flames.
His family says he loved the simple life, playing music, living in a small town, and making people happy. His children told us that they were shocked at the number of reactions and kind words that have poured in from so many in the community, proving that Patrick lived a full life doing what he loved.
You never think this is gonna affect you. You never know how bad a situation is until it really hits home. How beautiful that area is, all green and just the life that it has. Burnt to a crisp, seeing the place where my dad lived just in shambles, destroyed.
First responders are working around the clock to fight these fires.
Yesterday, the governor held a press conference updating the public on their efforts. She also talked about the losses. Monica Logroño has been there from the start, and she was there to cover that news conference. She has more.
In Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham's update, she hit on several topics: the recent weather we've had, the 2 lives lost, and even looked ahead. Now, Wednesday morning, the incident management team took over. That essentially means more manpower is on the way. The governor said 200 to 300 more firefighters could be coming. As for the destruction from the South Fork and Salt fires, we know at least 1,400 structures have been lost. Last night, Governor Lujan Grisham mentioned 500 homes are believed to be in that mix, but then later the governor stressed that is not a confirmed number. Yesterday's flash flooding helped in terms of fire suppression, but it made things dangerous. At least 3 people had to be rescued that the governor knows of, but she said she believes there were more rescues. Crews were able to use satellite imagery to get an idea of the destruction, but yesterday's weather didn't allow for the clearest pictures.
We'll get more data about structures and issues, frankly, as the weather clears and we can get better imagery and more people start to do the groundwork when it's safe to really determine the devastation and impact of both Salt and South Fork fire.
Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham was joined by Congresswoman Melanie Stansbury, the mayor of Roswell, Tim Jennings, and General Aguilar from the National Guard in last night's news conference. Lujan Grisham and Stansbury mentioned they are in communication with President Biden about declaring a national emergency. They sent a letter to the president asking for a federal disaster declaration. Congresswoman Stansbury wanted to make it clear several agencies are working together: tribal, state, and federal.
To all of the families out there who are displaced, who are worried, who don't know what is going to happen in the coming days, we are unified. We are here to stand with you, to help support you. And my office, along with the entire delegation, the governor's office, our state, local, and tribal authorities are working hand in hand, and we will be there for you.
Wednesday, we found out a second person has died due to the fires. Lujan Grisham said one of the deaths is under investigation. State leaders and crews are also working on reunification. Part of that effort is making more long-distance data available. They don't have a timeline for when that could happen right now. The governor also spoke to the sense of community coming out of this tragedy.
A couple of folks here today told me that this gets 5 stars on any of the apps that would rate this as a place to stay or a hotel. It's incredible the way people are being treated. This is not always that typical. It should. This should be the model all across the United States. It isn't that it's perfect, but this is a state that always comes to the aid of its people.
The governor mentioned this is already one of the most devastating fires in New Mexican history. She and Stansbury agreed recovery will take a long time. In Roswell, Monica Logroño, KOB4.
And the way the weather cooperates with us today is crucial for those communities. So turning now to Kira. Kira, what can we expect today?
Yeah, well, yesterday helped out a lot. We saw quite a bit of moisture moving in, especially in and around the Ruidoso area. Unfortunately, they did have to contend with some of those severe thunderstorm warnings that were in effect throughout the afternoon hours, but also some of the flash flooding and the lightning, and also those gusty, erratic winds. Things this morning, as of say 5:35 on this Thursday, things are actually nice and quiet and also calm out there, especially your Midtown. Really not a lot of traffic out there. It looks really like a ghost town out there for the last couple of days. Temperatures are actually much cooler, sitting at 59 degrees. Check out the relative humidity, though. That's up to about 100%. So that is excellent news for some of those firefighting efforts that are going to continue once again today. But we do have a bit of a breeze out there out of the south and east, sustained at 16 miles per hour and already gusting up to about 22 miles per hour. Now, we do have those flash flood watches that are in effect until 6 a.m. this morning, and it's mainly for the northern burn scars, the southern burn scars near the Sacramento Mountains. So again, until 6 a.m. this morning. But we also have that air quality alert in effect for Lincoln County, also Socorro, until 1 o'clock this afternoon for some of that thick smoke in some of those areas. So again, if you are in one of those sensitive groups, don't do anything outdoors. Kind of move it inside for a little bit until that air quality is a little bit better over the next few days.